Hi, my name is Amber. I'm an author, energy worker, and an Akashic record reader. I wanted to make this short video to talk a little bit more in depth about the Akashic records. You can also find this information right on my energy website at amberrhadley.com, and you will also find this information in Dr. Linda Howe's book, How to Read the Akashic Records. I'm going to be reading straight from both of those sources. Before I begin, though, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you find this content beneficial. I really hope that you do. I'm going to be posting readings for the collective by opening up the Akashic Records, and so this video is pretty much an introduction for those who really don't know what the records are. I would like you to be informed before you book a session. And even if you're going to tune into those collective readings, so you'll have a better understanding of what's actually being channeled and where the information is coming from. Awesome. So first, I'm going to go to the information on my website. And again, that's amberrhadley.com. It's also where you can book a session. You can find out what I offer. So I'm going to the areas of practice section, and I'm going right to the heading, the Akashic Records. So what's written here and what I'm about to read was directly channeled while I was in the records. So this is really beautiful information that came right from the guides so that they can directly tell us what the records are. So this is the message that I received. The Akashic Records. The safety and peace experienced when accessing this field of information is unlike anything known. Everything we need is right before us at all times. We are not lost or without support. We are being guided continuously and always. What are the Akashic Records? The Akashic Records are an open space all around you full of information for you. It's vibrational, not visible. Many have described the records using words such as sky or ether, or they call it a book of life. Nevertheless, even those terms are not a full picture of what the records truly are, as these words are limited to the meaning understood in human terms. The Akashic Records are a transcript of time, or what humans call time, of all things and events that have occurred over a person's lifetime, a poem full of beautiful words, a concert of beautiful music, a stream of water that never empties itself out. If you think of the records as a book, then it is a book full of unimaginable and unsurpassable wisdom. How are the records accessed? Through Linda Howe's Pathway Prayer Process. There are many ways people access the records. This is the way I have been called to open them. How does an Akashic record reading differ from a psychic reading? The information received in an Akashic record session is transmitted directly through you, the client, via your soul body and through your lords, masters, teachers, and loved ones. The reader simply relays the information to the client in words, images, or feelings. Being in the records is a direct pipeline to the core of who you are, not only as an individual, but as a light being who has existed for eons. The goal of the session is not to connect with those who have passed or to seek a specific outcome regarding a situation one may be dealing with, although sometimes insights are provided herein, but rather the import of opening the records is to better understand your soul and its journey so that you may feel safe and aligned in this current lifetime and know that you always have a place to come home to, a place to receive guidance. What kind of information might one receive in the records? Anything and everything that is of primary concern to you at any given moment in time. The more specific the question or concern, the better. Questions in the form of who, what, how, or why work well, but you may also receive answers to yes or no questions. The more pressing the concern, the more ready the answer. Any subject pertaining to oneself is appropriate. Caution is needed when asking about another, as it is not appropriate to tap into someone else's energy field. Asking about a relationship is appropriate, but asking how the other person feels may not be appropriate. The Lord's masters, teachers, and loved ones will always let you know how to proceed, and your practitioner will also guide you. What more might one expect during an AR reading? To become deeply rooted within yourself when you allow it, to connect with the light that you already are, and to trust in yourself more deeply than you ever have before. This information relayed comes from a deep place within each soul, a place where there is no judgment or human ego. Even fear dies in the records. There is no place for it here. The answers sought may often surprise you, as the masters, teachers, and loved ones are pointing the soul in the direction of what it already knows on the deepest level possible, and connecting that soul back to or into the inner guidance system that they were born with, that they have come into being with. So that concludes the portion of my website. I was starting to get a little choked up. It's been a while since I've read through it from top to bottom. It's really powerful. Opening the records is really, really amazing. So I'm just going to briefly read in Linda's book, as I mentioned. Again, her book is How to Read the Akashic Records. I trained under Linda Howe, and so I use the method of the pathway prayer process. I'm not going to read that prayer now, but I can direct you to it in the description so you can see how a session is open and closed with that prayer. It's simply a means to access the records, and it's the one that I prefer to use. Okay, so I'm in Linda's book in chapter 1, An Introduction to the Akashic Records. What are the Akashic Records? The Akashic Records are a dimension of consciousness that contains a vibrational record of every soul and its journey. This vibrational body of consciousness exists everywhere in its entirety and is completely available at all times and in all places. As such, the records are an experiential body of knowledge that contains everything that every soul has ever thought, said, and done over the course of its existence, as well as all its future possibilities. So there's so much wonderful information in this book. If you're at all curious, I highly encourage you to pick it up. I'll also link to this book in the description box because I can't possibly go into all the information, but she does break down the definition that I just read into smaller parts. And then, of course, she breaks down who exactly are the Lord's masters, teachers, and loved ones. Maybe I'll make another video just on that portion because that's super fascinating. So, if this is ringing your bells, you can book a private session with me. At this time, I am offering them via phone audio call. I'm not doing them via face call. And I've been guided to do this just super recently. And so I'm looking forward to that. There's something about just doing this channeling work while both practitioner and client are in their sacred space and not being distracted by anything that I think is going to bring something really beautiful to this work. It's great to be face to face as well. However, I think with this, it's going to be really interesting to see what comes forth with just having the audio call. So if this is something that you think you'd be interested in, please check out more information in the description box. Go to my website, amberrhadley.com. You can book a private session. But like I said, I will be starting to post videos that will be readings for the collective, and I would love to know what you think about those. So thank you so much for listening in to this audio with this beautiful video that I uploaded to go along with it. And again, if you appreciate this content, please hit like, drop a comment, share it with someone you love, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.